Rate limiting is a strategy that is basically used to control traffic on a network. It puts a cap on how often someone can repeat an action within a certain time frame. So in many apps, you'll see that a user will not be able to log in after a certain number of attempts. So this is basically what rate limiting does. It restricts the user from brute forcing into your application by entering different combinations of user credentials. Rate limiting can also help to stop certain kind of bot activities, which basically reduces the strain on your web servers. Brute force attacks or denial of service attacks are some instances where rate limiting comes in handy. Typically, rate limiting is based on tracking the IP addresses that requests are coming from and tracking how much time elapses between each request. So a typical rate limiting solution would measure the amount of time between each request from a certain IP address and also measure the number of requests within a specific time frame. If there are too many requests from a single IP address within that given time frame, the rate limiting solution will not fulfill the IP address's requests for a certain amount of time. It's basically telling the user to slow down when making requests so that there's no problems on the backend. So we'll be taking a look at how rate limiting works in an Express application. Now inside this application we need a few things. I'll first set up a node project. Once this is done, we'll see a package.json file over here. Inside this file we have our project related information. We'll also see our dependencies somewhere over here once we install them. So speaking of dependencies, we need a few things. We need Express and we need Express rate limit. Okay, so this is done. Now I'll just create our server file. So that will be app.js. Inside this, I'll set up a basic server quickly. So we have this server listening for requests on port 5000. For this example, we'll create a very simple API. So I'll just add a get request over here, which will bring us some posts. And inside this request, I'll basically respond with a simple object, which will have a status and a posts object. And I'll create a separate file for this post data set. So I'll add a file over here. And inside this file, I'll copy this giant array of posts. At the end, I'm exporting this array, which then I can use inside my app.js file. So I'll import the array over here. Now implementing the rate limit package is actually pretty straightforward. So we'll first import the package and we'll create a configuration out of this import. Inside this we can pass in multiple values. So you have all kinds of configurations. I can pass in headers, I can pass in the max number of requests that you can make. I can pass in a message that will be displayed on an error. I can pass in a function which basically gets triggered whenever the limit is reached. So inside this function you can pass in some custom implementation if at all the user exceeds the limit. There's this method to skip certain requests and there's a few extra properties. We don't really need them. The only thing that we need is two things. The first will be max. So max will be the number of requests a user can make inside a specific time frame. So I'll keep it up to 5 for this example. And the second property, as you must have already guessed, would be the time frame. So window ms is the key name. Inside this I need to pass in the time frame in milliseconds. So for this example I'll just pass in 10 seconds. And once I've created this configuration, I can pass in this limiter as a middleware inside our request. And that's pretty much it. That's the only thing that we need to do. So I'll save this file. I'll save this dataset. And I'll open up Postman for this. We'll test this endpoint on Postman. Before even testing this API, we need to run this application. I have NodeMon installed in my system. So I'll use NodeMon for this. So it's running fine, there's no issues. I'll open up Postman now. I'll quickly create a GET request for our endpoint. If I click on send, we get a successful response. We get our posts array in the body. This is perfectly fine, everything's working. Now if I send this again and do it again and again and again and again, I get this message saying too many requests. So this happened because inside our configuration we have set the maximum number of requests to 5. So once I hit this API for the 6th time, I got this error message. Now if I again try to make 5 requests continuously within a time frame of 10 seconds, on the 6th request I'll get the same message. So if I try to do this 5 times, I got this message. So that's how simple it is to implement rate limiting inside your Express application. If you take a look at the headers, you'll see a few extra headers here. There's this X rate limit header that gives us the number of requests that we can make in a particular time frame. We have this rate limit remaining header, which gives us the number of requests left inside that particular time frame. So if I hit send, I only have 4 requests remaining now for this time frame. So if I hit send again, now it's 3, now it's 2, now it's 1, and it's 0 now. The X rate limit reset is basically our time frame. So after this particular time, the cap on your requests will be reset. So for our application, this value should be 10 seconds after this date value. Now in this application, we are rate limiting users based on their IP addresses. There's a possibility that the user can try to use your APIs through multiple IP addresses. In production level applications, what happens is on top of this IP address based rate limiting, there will also be user ID based rate limiting. So if he tries to make requests from 2 different IP addresses, he'll still be using the same user ID. So this problem will be solved. So this is a simple implementation of how you would normally add rate limiting to your APIs. If you have any doubts, queries or suggestions, you can put them in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.